Hi, I'm Dr. Warrick Bishop and I'm here with Gina Gardiner. Today we're at the Expert Network TV studio because we've been filming our TV series. We'd like to share with you some of those experiences and tell you a little bit about it. So thanks for joining us, and I'm going to start by asking Gina some questions.
Every single person is powerful, perfect as they are. And I believe we all have a role to play in making this world a better place. My purpose is to help people step into their power.
I'm going to start the ball rolling, and I'd like to ask Gina just to tell us a little bit about her experiences with filming today. Thanks, Gina.
Hi, thanks, Warrick. Very nice to be here. It's been an entirely new experience, something quite out of my comfort zone. Excited, but nerve-wracking. The nearest I've been to this is to make my content videos where I've been with a single guy behind a camera who, a bit of an amateur, and I've just been talking to the camera, and I thought that was nerve-wracking. No problem talking to tens, hundreds of people when there's people there. But today, 3 cameras, 3 guys behind the cameras, lots of people, makeup, the whole 9 yards. And there's a little feeling of pressure that actually you need to do it right, and I want to do it well. So yeah, it's been exciting, but a bit nerve-wracking.
Great.
And you?
Well, I was just going to ask, just by way of background and contrast, you say this is all new to you. What was your background, Gina?
I was a head teacher or principal for 21 years. I retired from headship in 2004 because of my health, and I started to work with individuals, couples, teams, whole organisations, all around empowerment. And I recognise that actually there are so many people out there who are finding life difficult that actually I needed to step up and do it on a much bigger stage to get to more people more quickly, hence being here.
Sure. Would you say that the TV series that you're looking to produce is mainly about empowering people, and how would you describe what you're hoping to achieve?
My mission, and it's pretty hairy and audacious, is to actually make a positive impact on 1 million people between now and 2023. Now that isn't necessarily individually, but every person you impacts on their family, their friends, their colleagues and so on. Like throwing a stone into a pond and seeing the ripples go out.
Yeah, of course.
We live in a world of division and fear, and I think my mission is to help people recognise that, first of all, they're not broken, that if they step into their genuine power, they are incredible, creative, powerful human beings, and that they have the capacity to live a life from love rather than fear. And so it might sound a bit over the top, but for me, I've seen the difference individual by individual, group by group, and I believe that my purpose is to do that on a much bigger scale.
Yeah, okay. Look, I do have a little bit of a jump on you because I've read your book, and I know you've had some adversity through your life, but there must have been a turning point that made you want to reach out and actually impact so many people. Was there something that turned a switch for you and gave you the energy to change continents and pursue this?
I think when I was at school, I worked with hundreds of people. When we became a beacon school, I worked with hundreds of other schools. So I've worked with pretty large numbers of people. But I think the pivotal moment for me really was I went on a course run by Tony Robbins. Part of that was a fire walk. And then up until then, I'd gone and worked within the UK, always taken by a driver. I was in a wheelchair bound at that time. And I did the fire walk, and I was really thrilled to have done that. I needed a bit of help because I couldn't walk more than a few steps. So walking on burning hot coals, I thought, what an achievement. And as I plopped down and back into my wheelchair, very relieved and really euphoric, I turned round and there was a guy who was a double amputee, and he had turned himself upside down out of his wheelchair, and he walked on the hot coals on his hands. And my question to myself is, how am I self-limiting? You know, what more could I do? And I had wanted to do another of the courses that was available, but I had thought, I can't do that. How can I possibly go to America in my wheelchair on my own? So I came away from that fire walk, booked my flight, booked my ticket.
You made a decision.
And since then, I've done studying all over. I've been to America many times on courses. I've been to Brazil, travelled widely, all around. For me, it's the preparation to what's to come. Everything I've done to this date has been around preparing me to support and help people, empower them to be the best they can be, and to do that on a much larger stage.
Look, we talked about it a little bit before, but I understand your learnings and your experience have brought you to an understanding or a classification of where people come from in their lives, where they may be needing help or not even realising they need help. How do you classify some of the entry points into where people could get help from your excellent book and some of your teachings?
That's an interesting question, because very often people are so busy being busy that they don't recognise that life could be better. You don't have to have a problem, but if you want life to be even better, you have to look at where you are now. But one of the things that struck me the more I worked with people is that they came to me through 5 very separate pathways. And those pathways, the first one, and probably the one that underpins everything, was around self-belief. And I proved it myself, didn't I, in terms of the firewall.
Absolutely.
But if you don't believe in yourself, then it's hard to expect other people to believe in you.
Yes.
If you think you're going to fail, it's a done deal. If you think you might fail, you'll use a whole different set of decisions I know I'm going to succeed. Don't know how, but I know I'm going to succeed. So self-belief was the first pathway.
Yeah.
The second was that of relationships, and recognising that the relationship with yourself is reflected in every relationship that you have with other people. And so if you haven't got a great relationship with yourself, you're in trouble, because you'll accept the way other people treat you. The third was around success, both professional and personal, and how do we ensure that we're successful and we maintain that successful, that we're abundant in its broadest sense. And then there were people who were dealing with change and transition, changing jobs, being made redundant, bereavement, illness, retirement, all sorts of things. Life is full of change. It's one of the 3 constants in life, with taxes and death, isn't it? And so people would come at a time of transition, and I would help them do that transition with confidence. And the last was, it's my experience that lots of people get to a certain point in their life. They've got all the trappings of success, and then they think, is this it? What now? What's my true purpose? And so they became the 5 secret pathways in the latest book.
Okay. Good. Well, just summarise those again for me. One was self-belief.
So it was beliefs, particularly self-belief.
Self-belief, and then
Relationship, particularly the relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
Success and abundance. Change and transition. And purpose and fulfillment.
Yeah, of course. Well, that covers it all, really.
So it's about having a holistic approach, if you like, a sat-nav for life.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not a course, it's a journey, and part of the book and the membership group which accompanies that, and the program within it, is all about helping people navigate their life and do it successfully, and to help those people around them do the same.
Sure. Well, look, it sounds like a powerful and empowering opportunity. There are other similar self-help courses on the market. How would you say that Gina Gardeners is different and offers something that's unique?
Well, firstly, it's been created and it's come out of my own learning and teaching. I've learned to walk twice as an adult. So, learning to focus on what you can do rather than what you can't do. All of the principles, all of the strategies, the things that I've developed and I've created and used with countless other people.
You've literally had to walk your own walk.
And I believe being authentic and genuine about who you are is really, really important. Yeah. And so what people will get if they come and read the book or join the membership program, they're going to get the essence of the things that I believe are really, really important.
What I'm hearing is something that actually could apply to young people, old people, people at any stage of their life, in actual fact.
I think that's true. My youngest client was 5 and my oldest was 85. So, but I have to say
tell us about the 5-year-old. What did you do for them?
The very anxious, bullied at school, even at 5, learning that they can step into their power is truly amazing. I think it should be taught at school. I think children recognising that bullies are often very unhappy, people who are critical are very unhappy, and that if you're confident in yourself, you don't have to be right all the time. It's highly overrated, I think, at times. And so it was giving that child strategies appropriate to her age that worked for her.
Yeah, that's great. Look, I think we'll wrap it up there. I'd just like to let you know that Gina and I will be keeping you updated through social media as we progress, and hopefully by end of this week, early next week, we'll have finished shooting and look forward to those TV series coming out. Thank you for joining us.
Cheerio.
GX, take 1.
To show you. This is pretty short. This is 4 minutes left. But watch this, and this will give you an idea.
And I guess I was gifted with what I call life's last questions about how we're going to think about the end of our lives. Right, yeah. I bet as the week goes on that I'll probably get more curious.
Like 30.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, great meeting you. Yeah. And don't mind me filming you or
That's
anything.
6.5 hours. It has to happen. You have to, like what we do with teaching, for example. Say you got an idea.
Excited? You ready?
I am.
Somebody's got to do it. So that's why I decided that
in the hospital, and by that time they were the styling.
I would use the mousse a little bit and work it in there.
yeah, I mean, you'll look like the shady person for vulnerability.
That's not my favorite stuff. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah.
So that's where I'm.
Yep. Or you're with Okay.
How to become leaders of their themselves and others. I'd like to say it all started instantly, as it was going to be expected. Leadership's leadership. The issues facing people, doesn't matter whether you're in banking or retail or manufacturing, they're identical.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I already am. Yeah, come.
How and the development of leadership work for this world.
I'm gonna.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have a left lean.
It's all right. Put this camera.
Second stakes.
If you recognise yourself somewhere in what I've been saying and want to be the best you can be, the Thrive Together tribe is there to help you do this. I hope to welcome you there soon.
Want to learn more? Grab a copy of my #1 best-selling book, Thriving Not Surviving: The 5 Secret Pathways to Happiness, Success and Fulfillment on Amazon or wherever good books are sold. Over the years, I've become aware of how many people are lonely, overwhelmed, fearful, living in anxiety and stress, depressed. And all my professional life has been involved in helping people grow and develop their potential. I believe that every single person is powerful, that they're perfect as they are. And I believe we all have a role to play in making this world a better place. And that's what I believe.